Before I get into today's video, I really want to just talk for a second, clarify something. The type of videos that I make is best to just listen to, I would say. It's not something that just to look at. As you can see, I don't have much of a background. It's just me sitting here anyway. So if you want to watch me talk, fine. But I really encourage whoever watches to carry on with whatever they're doing. Just put like a headphone in or just play me through the phone and just listen to what I have to say. I have something on my shirt. And excuse the outfit today as well. I just got out of bed. It's like 7 in the morning. I've been up since like 5, just preparing, getting stuff ready. But that's what I have to say. So let's get into today's video. What's the thought, beloved? This is Jabril. To our one community, let me extend to my brothers and sisters. Today, I want to talk about the fear of failure, the fear of disappointment. That's going to be the topic for this week. The plan is to post daily throughout the week consistently about different categories, breaking it down, what it means, get certain people on there. So as of now, I want to just share my thoughts. I'm not sure how long this video will be, but I just want to get straight into it. So I am 17 years old and I'm a senior. To many people, I may not know much about the world or about myself, about life in general, which I probably don't. But I do have, my own experiences and my own thoughts and opinions. And I believe that majority of the kids my age and the kids that I go to school with have their own thoughts and opinions and experiences. And my dream is to share those and try to reach out to certain people who are willing to listen. And the fear of failure. The fear of failure to me is not being able to provide. Like I said, I'm a kid, so for the majority of my life, I've been provided for. I've watched my family do as much as they can to give me the life that I have, and though it may not be much, it's still something to work with. And my goal at the end of all of this is to be able to provide. So I'm assuming, well, not assuming, you can kind of interpret what the fear of failure would look like for me, which is not being able to provide. Mentally, it affects me because every day I think about it. I think about what am I going to do, just planning things out and hoping that things, follow as planned. And I guess the fear comes from the what ifs, right? Like those thoughts in the back of your head. What if it doesn't work? Or what if I miss my opportunity? Or what if I'm not planning this out exactly how it should be? I think a lot of us live in some type of delusion where we assume that it's going to work out somehow, some way, and we never actually take action into things that we should be taking action into. I think that we convince ourselves that, oh, we're young right now, I'll figure it out eventually, it's all gonna come together somehow. But I mean, the smart ones are obviously those who understand that that's not how the world works. All right, you're not gonna wake up one day and the shit is just given to you. It's just all put together. And most people would say that obviously, that's not how it works. But some people will say that and still live in that delusion, which is very strange to me. I overthink a lot. I'm a huge overthinker. Right now, I'm overthinking everything as I speak. I'm overthinking the video, what I'm saying. It's like everything that I say, I instantly question it, and I guess that means that I'm not confident in what I'm saying. I just want to make sure that I get it all out as much as I can and that I say the right things. I say how I really feel. So I kind of overthink about that as well. And honestly, I'm afraid to lose. I'm afraid to lose. I don't want to lose. I am highly insecure about my positioning in life. I have to, in my mind, I have to be the best. I have to win. So when you talk about the fear of failure, for me, you're talking about insecurity. You're talking about the difference between life and death, and that can come off so dramatic, but yes, I mean, it's a matter of life and death with me. I have to succeed. I cannot lose. And when I say life and death, I mean those around us and even ourselves. But let's talk about those around us first. Assuming that we all have some type of guardian in our life. I'm not going to say parents because not everyone has a mother and a father, so assuming that we all have some type of caretaker. Those people are only getting older, as we all are, but let's focus on those who are ahead of us. They've spent their lives taking care of you. They spent their lives looking after you, raising you, providing, as I've mentioned before. They're only getting older, you know. They're they're gonna be dead. Like there's no, obviously that's like the end goal here is to provide for them, but it's like when though? When will you be able to do that? That obviously they're and I don't know what type of life anyone who watches this live, but the type of life that I live, people around you or around me are getting older, and tomorrow isn't promised, and even kids my age die every single day. So it's not an over exaggeration to say or to think that it's a matter of life and death, because it is. It really is. We cannot predict what's going to happen tomorrow. We can only know what we're going to do right in the now. It's all about what we're doing in the moment. And we know this. We all know this. But to bring it back to the fear of failure, it's like, yes, I'm competing against time, and I am afraid to lose. I'm afraid to be overtaken by other people, for those around me to surpass me. It's a huge insecurity of mine. Like, I have to win. I can't lose. I can't stress that enough. Like it's like urgent, And I think that many people my age experience this continuously. Yeah, so yeah, it's not an exaggeration at all. Kids my age die every single day. I live in Chicago. You never know what's going to happen. Like, it's not an exaggeration to think that maybe there's a chance something bad will happen. You should always understand that the worst can just immediately come to you. You cannot be so naive to really think that things will just always be okay. Like, people die every day. Just because it may not have happened to you recently or yet at all, doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. I mean, it's inevitable. People die at some point. And so when I talk about the fear of failure, it's the fear of losing those around me before I have the chance to change their lives and show them that there's another side to all of this, besides just struggling to pay whatever bills and going out into the real world, putting on a face as if everything is normal, and it's not. That's because that's not how it should be, but that's how it is. So you have to accept things for what it is and focus on what you want it to be, and then look in the moment. Look in the moment. Don't get lost in it, but really, really look deep into it and analyze everything and really figure out who you want to be. All right, but before you figure out who you want to be, you got to figure out who you are right now. And that's the biggest thing that people struggle with, is understanding who they are right now, especially people my age. Especially people my age. I I hang around certain types of people, and they're some good, some bad. So I've seen both sides. I've seen every angle. And I question all the time, am I doing the right thing? And not on some law-abiding citizen shit, but on a in a way where, am I doing the right thing to provide for those that I love? Does being around these particular people give me the tools or the opportunity to succeed past the things that I've seen, you know? So the fear of failure, I mean, it's everything really. It's the people, it's you, it's the friends, the family, the mindset, the daily habits, the plans that you set out for yourself, your goals. The fear of failure, it's every single thing, you know? So this week, I'm going to find ways to cover all of it. There's so much more. There is so much more that I want to say, but I'm gonna save it for the rest of the videos. And this is the introduction to this week's topic. I'm going to get into certain things. There's something called telephobia that I want to talk about and discuss. I'm not sure who I'll be talking to, but eventually I'm going to recap and make another one of these videos at the end of the week summarizing everything. So if you made it this far, thank you very much. From the most serious to the simplest of issues, people, young people specifically, deal with these types of issues daily. We never know how what they are experiencing actually affects them. However, it can affect us mentally, potentially moving us to hurt others and or ourselves. So this is me leaving my door open for us to talk, and I hope others will do the same and join us. Remember to go and inspire somebody, beloved, as we close. One community, one world. Be peaceful.